since we were just talking about news and all that stuff, and I gotta say, Nick Aldis and Tommy Dreamer, they were at it on Sirius XM. They were exchanging blows. They were talking trash to each other. How Tommy Dreamer was, I helped his career out, and then Nick Aldis is like, no, you didn't. You didn't help me out or anything like that. And then they started exchanging blows. This was a whole build-up for the NWA Championship at the House of Hardcore, and big main event, big match for these guys. They went at it. It was a war. Nick Aldis beat him for the NWA Championship, retained his title. Tommy Dreamer, he did his best, but I think he, of course, at the end of the day, people cheered for him. They all loved him of what he did, his performance and everything. But yeah, salute to Tommy Dreamer and Nick Aldis, as Nick Aldis is set to prepare to take on Colt Cabana in China next month. So, over in New Japan Wrestling.
Good God, Eric. I thought you said Colt Cabana and China.
What I thought you said
Good God. Good God. I was like, she raised from the dead. Good Lord. It truly is Resurrection Week. Oh, my God.
She's going to go after Triple H and Stephanie.
Oh, my God.
Real quick, did you guys hear about, so I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
Did you hear about this story about how these people, they buried the quote-unquote remains of their cat, and then the cat showed up 2 days later
It's like
at their
something
door?
out of Pet Cemetery, dude.
Did you guys hear about this story?
Sounds like to me like the cat wasn't dead in the first place.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
but
like,
how weird would that be? I don't know if you guys, you have animals, right? You have a dog?
Yeah, I have a dog, yeah.
Okay, so
I have a
imagine,
dog, too.
imagine if you thought your dog died, and then, that's right, but your dog's not always at your house. That's the thing.
yeah, that is
so
true.
yeah, but so imagine if you thought your dog had died, and then so you buried it, you did this emotional ceremony, and all of a sudden he just shows up at the door 2 days later. It'd freak you out, right? That's what happened with this.
I would put that dog on YouTube and eBay and make some
Yeah.
money off of it.
I just
dead
be
dog.
like,
I'm gonna take advantage of it.
I just call Stephen King like, hey Stephen, like if you want something for your next book,
I have a story.
this is
idea.
Pet Cemetery 3 right here.
Wait, what's Pet Cemetery 1 and 2?
No, there was two movies.
This man's already come up with this.
There was two.
A sequel to his first movie. The first movie is not even out yet, y'all.
No, there's two movies.
Second movie isn't out yet.
No, there's two movies of Pet Cemetery.
I've never heard this about.
There's two of them.
I've never heard.
I thought you guys knew about it.
I'm looking this up on my
Wow,
phone real quick.
I'm
looking this
shocked.
up on my phone.
Wow, you guys never heard of Pet Cemetery the movie?
No.
It was first a book, and then it was turned into a movie, and then they did a second one, and what I just mentioned. This is the third one right here. What you're just talking about.
Oh, there is a movie. There's a movie called Pet Cemetery.
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
First
He's
one
a
was
priest with his hands out like
no.
this.
First one was actually pretty scary. Second one was actually more action, but it was okay. But first one is pretty scary.
All right, well now I know what my segment next week is for the next completely random non-wrestling segment. Analyzing the Pet Cemetery movies. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric, go on. I just had to tell.
No worries. It was actually pretty funny, but also kind of shocking that you guys never knew about these.
Pet Cemetery 1 and 2.
Yeah, I thought you guys knew about it.
China's alive.
Yeah.
No wonder she's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. She's gonna be busy haunting Stephanie and Triple H. And over in New Japan, they're gonna be having a pay-per-view called Sakura Genesis 2018 pay-per-view. It's on the 1st of April, Easter, April Fool's Day. And so
this weekend, then.
Yeah, this weekend. So what we're gonna be having is Chase Owens and Takahashi versus the Young Bucks. And also over with the Bullet Club, we're going to be having Cody and Hangman Page versus the Golden Lovers, which is going to be Kota and Kenny Omega.
Yeah, they just had some big show in L.A. Recently, and I think the Golden Lovers faced the Young Bucks. People were saying it was the best match of all time. I'm like, calm down. First of all, there's 2,000 people in the arena. It ain't the best match of all time. But
just because there's only 2,000 people,
no,
that don't mean it's not a good match.
We all know that The Miz and John Cena at WrestleMania 27 was the best match of all time. Okay, there's no debating.
That was actually my first ever WrestleMania I've seen
on TV.
Yeah, and I actually at the time I thought it was a great WrestleMania. Looking back on it, that WrestleMania was garbage.
I was making a joke. The Miz and John Cena ended in like a no contest.
I have different opinions about that WrestleMania.
100%. No, I hated that WrestleMania. I hated that WrestleMania.
Possibly would have went to that WrestleMania. I thought I was gonna go.
In Atlanta? Oh, that's right, because you lived in North Carolina.
Georgia.
Yeah, I was gonna go.
Yeah. I went the year before that in Arizona. So
I'm happy
it was...
Why you gotta keep rubbing that in our face? You rub that in our face every year. Every time I talk to you, yeah, I went to WrestleMania.
Well, I was on Instagram the other day and I saw that it was like someone was going over their favorite WrestleManias, and WrestleMania 26 came up. I'm like, oh, that was pretty good. I was there, yeah.
By the way, another one. I guess we're not going next year. That's going to be in New York. I'm not sitting outside.
Nobody said we're not going next year.
8 hours in the cold, man. I'm not sitting out in 8 hours in the cold weather.
Cold. Dude, the Yankees are playing today. It's not that cold. The people are going to go to the baseball game for the next month in April. They're not going to.
At least you're not like in Europe where it's
I'm
like
just
freaking
saying.
snowing and every like the
Yeah,
soccer.
it's not. This is not like
soccer.
Cleveland where it's like 30 degrees. New York's cold.
Well, Cleveland's depressing. Like, it's a depressing place to be
Cleveland
in.
sucks too. You know.
Cleveland.
Ah, yes, The Rock.
Yeah, Cleveland sucks. Miz hit some good promos on about Cleveland last week. But so Eric, go on. Sorry, I keep it.
All right, so I think everybody in the wrestling business probably knows about this, even as fans. Aaron Solo. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing his last name right. He.
This is Bailey's husband.
He
right?
is engaged to Bailey. Here's the thing. He is frustrated over with Wrestle Circus with the commentary team because the commentary team mentioned him as Mr. Bailey.
This is good, yeah.
Now, the thing that aggravated him the most was that the commentary team, he was frustrated because I thank you guys for mentioning me as Mr. Bailey, but you guys, after the match, I had no comments about the match. Everybody flooded me with comments about the commentary team calling me Mr. Bailey. And, yeah, thanks for negating me 9 years of my life in the wrestling business.
Okay, hold on. This may be a Ryan Rants topic real quick because
hold on.
on.
You can't do Ryan Rants in the middle of Eric's segment.
Hold on. I gotta understand something. Okay,
should we do this? Should we do in the middle of Eric's segment?
No, it's actually a pretty good gateway to
segue.
Yeah, segue. To,
no, I don't think it's gonna be. Look, this dude gets to be with that voluptuous, okay. Nice.
I've never heard anyone describe Bailey as voluptuous.
Have you not seen pictures of Bailey's peaches? Have you not seen Bailey's peach?
I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, Bailey's peach. Look up Bailey's peach.
I know what that means.
Yes, look it up.
I don't need to look it up
because he gets to be with that. Number one, and number two. Guess what? It looks like he is Mr. Bailey because if he was, if somebody, it wouldn't be calling him Mr. Bailey if the dude was making a name for himself other than the independents. The man's not even making a name for himself. So
no, but you actually make a good point on this because when I heard Aaron Solo, I had to think about it.
I had no clue who that dude was. I was like, who's that dude?
But if you were to say Bailey,
I was like,
when anybody says Bailey now, I think of Bailey the wrestler.
Yeah. Bailey the wrestler.
Fan. I'm an idiot. I always do that. You know, anybody mentions the movie The Rock, I immediately think of The Rock as Nicolas Cage in that movie. It's stupid. It's retarded. But
this is before.
But you make actually a good point. He is Bailey's husband to me. Just you know what I'm saying? It's,
they're married or are they fiancé?
They're engaged.
They're engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess not the same thing, but
definitely not.
No, not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and after that,
disrespectful still though of those announcers.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a way to not get you that guy to come back to your company.
Sorry to say this, man, but nobody would know who that guy is if you didn't say, "Hey, this is Bailey's fiance."
Well, you could
that's
say that,
the way
but
you could sell the show.
I think what they did though, and I haven't heard the commentary on this.
It happens all the time in the wrestling business with people like, wrestlers, like, oh, he's the son of Bob Orton. His name is Randy Orton. And guess what? Randy Orton became so big where it's like, hey, that's Randy Orton right there.
Right.
You don't need to say he's the son of a wrestler. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Rocky Maivia. Guess what? He became The Rock.
The Rock.
Like, so they can build you all you can as being related to this person. This is why you should cheer him. Roman Reigns. Guess what? He's related to someone.
Usos, Nia Jax.
Yeah, like, let's not talk about Nia Jax, man. I'm tired of her being called the irresistible force, man. I really am. But, yeah, like, at the end of the day, like, make a name for yourself and make yourself so identifiable where people forget who you're married to or who you're associated with. It's the same thing in wrestling. It's the same thing in life.
I'll say this.
Oh, is this Ryan? Nah, that ain't even Ryan Rants.
No,
that's just a taste.
I think you're just fired up.
We need a break between the next two segments.
I think
we're gonna talk about UFC.
I think you're just. I think you're just fired up. I think so. But after
I'm tired, man. I'm ready to pound that buffet.
but after his tweet, Bailey went on and replied to that, and she said that she loves him and you're a good wrestler.
What a weak individual. Yeah. What a weak Mother Canucker. This weak Mother Canucker. Let me find it. What is his Twitter? I am going to tweet this Mother Canucker right now.
Do it, Nick.
This dude does not have the right.
It's amazing that you can say that word and not say the other word.
Yeah, it's called.
That's fantastic on you. That's a talent.
That's The Rock. But man, I just don't get it. Like, go out there, do what you can, and you got to have thick skin in life, and you definitely got to have thick skin in the wrestling business, because in the wrestling business, they do all types of stuff to you. Racist stuff, sexist stuff, freaking fat shaming. They call you the irresistible force, even though you're not the irresistible force. I mean, you're clearly not the irresistible force. I'm sorry. You know, and guess what? They're going to cheer Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania, too, still. That's the sad part.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
I mean, we got a huge pop. She got a huge pop when we went to Anaheim. I mean, she played the heel role, but people loved her.
I even cheered for her. I got off but that's part of that was that opening segment, like the first person who comes out. It was also
the first thing of the show.
So you're going to get a pop automatically.
No, yeah, definitely. I think also like Goldust got one of the pops, but yeah,
that was on main event or something.
Yeah, main event. Yeah.
But look, man, like for whatever his name is, Aaron Soho.
I can't even find his name on Twitter.
Solo. What's his name?
I don't.
Man?
It's Aaron.
Hey,
Solo.
man, if we can't pronounce your name too, man, like that's another reason why we're calling you Bailey's fiance, because we can't pronounce your last name, man. Okay. So do yourself a favor, man. Stop complaining on social media. Go improve your ring skills as we try to find his social media. This man's so irrelevant, we can't find his social media. You can find anybody's social media nowadays. Okay?
That's a good point.
Okay?
It was 2 O's in his name.
I don't care, man. Like,
it's blue check. It's blue check.
Let's stop talking about...
How many followers? Real quick. How many followers do you think he has?
They're all Bailey's followers.
It doesn't matter. How many followers?
I think after the comment, probably 10K.
How many do you think?
15.
6,500. Almost on the dot too. That's pretty funny.
How much does Bailey have? Let's just look it up real quick and see how much Bailey has.
Well, Bailey's in WWE, so it's obviously
this is the ring generals. Like, this is the ring generals just being the ring generals right here, man.
How many think she has?
Dude, I think it's 2.2 million.
How many do you think?
6.7.
No, it's a million. 6.7 is a lot. That's a lot of followers.
That's like Triple H, John Cena, Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon.
The Rock, most likely.
No, exactly. So that's a little far of a jump. You guys.
So I'm sorry, Eric. This is the end of your segment, right? We hijacked.
No, that was the end of it, and I knew that as soon as I was gonna, break it out, I knew I wanted to have you guys, engage with it, because I knew that a lot of people who know Bailey and know the backstory between their engagement, and also for those who aren't following Wrestle Circus, the product, that's what the commentary team said. And they after that, Aaron looked pretty pissed, and looks like Bailey tried to tell him like, hey, you're a good wrestler, and she loves him. That's it.
By the way, when I'm talking about Nia Jax not being the irresistible force, there's nothing with fat shaming going on, okay? All right, it's just simply put, Nia Jax don't need to be called after Andre the Giant. It's disrespectful, man. It's disrespectful. You know what? Oh, I can't wait till Ryan rants.
Just wait.
I can't wait.
Just wait.
Oh, my goodness, man. It's like that Trey Songz, man. Ooh, I'm about to dive in. Oh. Yeah.
Dropping some bars.
Very good.
Dropping some bars.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I had to try to lower my voice down.
So we're gonna
testify.
That's 2 impressive things Ryan's done in the last 3 minutes. That was impressive, and not saying MFer on the front. Because I would have to go back and edit that like 17 times.
Yeah.